Hi everyone, my name is Salient Voice.
I'm Diego Masigua. I go by Diego the Dark Knight.
So my name is Ruth Alora, also known as the Mayfair Poet.
I've been in poetry for a couple of years on and off. So I started when I was 16, formed at Hackney Empire, and I dropped off due to self-doubt, like not just believing in my voice. Same thing happened again when I was 18, 19. I was performing, but then again, didn't believe in my voice. And it was during lockdown that I just locked in, literally.
I first got into poetry in 2014, right after school. Professionally, I was writing at school as well. I love acting and I'm an actor. So poetry opened the door for me to be able to express myself on stage, and so I got into poetry at that time. Yeah.
I am a poet, I'm a writer, I am a performer. I'm also the co-host of a poetry night in Southwest London called If Poets Rule the World. It's in Fulham. And yeah, I also do acting, and I do so many different creative things. So poetry is my truest love and passion. And I started actually at my uni when I was 18 to 10 years ago now. I just love being able to connect to people through words and through my words.
Being black and my personal experience they really just merged together nicely to influence my poetry, in the sense where I'm a Christian, I believe in God, and that dwells heavily in my poetry. And being black as well, I wasn't born in this country, so moving from Nigeria when I was young to this country has just helped me shape, and appreciate myself, my skin.
There's so much that isn't yet tapped in the black culture and the black community and the black story, that I felt that bringing my own voice to it, my own perception of how I would look at things, has really helped me develop my craft. Because most times there's almost like a singular message about the black story, and I kind of bring in a different perspective where it shows that there's more humanity to it, rather than just being a story about being a different color or a different shade, but more about being humans and how we can relate with each other.
My identity comes out a lot in my poetry, and how my poetry, and I love to explore politics and social justice and my experiences through poetry, and then also that connected to like universal experiences as well. So I'd say that being a black creative has also empowered me to, represent, my experiences.
Yeah, there are challenges, because sometimes you know what you're capable of, but most of, like as an actor, you submit yourself, but most of the roles are written for a specific type of black character. But what I've learned is that you don't let that hold you back, despite how much of it being a challenge. You create your own stories, you write your own narrative.
I've seen other people experience it, but one thing I'm learning every single day, whether that's people, my fellow peers, or other creators that I look up to, is never shift from your values, from who you are, because I feel like once you do that, you're kind of like doubting yourself as well. So yeah, where I've not experienced it personally, I'm always reminding myself to stay true to who I am as a creative, as a black creative.
Higher up you go, you see less representation of black women in poetry and in the literary scene. And so I would say that that is something that I continue to strive towards, is to be that representation.
I really hope that the audience just take away encouragement. I feel like every time I get on that stage, my one thing is always, as far as there's one person being touched, that's all that matters. That's the start of greatness.
Curiosity to explore poetry further, spoken word further.
The diversity between the three performers, I think we have shown that we're not just one voice. We all have different styles. We all have a different way of looking at life.
Black excellence is any person of color who has the courage to face the day and give it all that they've got. Like some days you'll be at 100, some days you'll be at 50, some days you'll be at 20, and I feel like to have the courage to still try your best despite all the adversities, and to put yourself out there, I would say like that courage is what makes you excellent.
Just showing up. I think that's something we black people always try to do, no matter where we are. We always try to show up.
Culture, it's the flavors, it's the food, it's the fashion. It's the form of expression, to be honest.